If you feel like the job market is absolutely frozen and things are not moving, you are not wrong. I've been in recruitment for 15 years and I can tell you right now, certain things feel like they are in a standstill. In today's video, I'm going to tell you exactly why that is. Let's go. Okay, so I've been in recruitment for 15 years and I started my career back in the Great Recession. I have been through a bunch of different ups and downs, COVID, etc. I've experienced a lot of markets. And I have to say, this market today, while it seems pretty good because there is a pretty decent unemployment level at around 4%, is actually really challenging. I saw this article here and it kind of highlights why. The more I read into it, the more I found there to be a lot of validity in this argument and it to be really interesting. Now it starts off by highlighting, yeah, the unemployment rate is at 4% and typically that is pretty good. But if you ask anybody out there who is in the job market and who are applying to jobs, it is absolutely brutal. Now, the article kind of starts talking about a candidate. This candidate had been unemployed for now coming up in 2 years, and they had sent out like 500 applications. They had heard back from 26 companies. They landed 4 interviews and 0 offers, right? So it's been brutal for this person, and this person is not alone. Their story is not unique to them. It's happening to a lot of people. Okay, so what makes this period of time different than other periods of time for employees and candidates? And the real reason is people are not quitting their jobs. Part of what makes the job market move and tick and feel normal is that people have a regular cadence of leaving their jobs, starting a new job, moving around, and that company has to backfill that. But that is not happening right now. After a pretty steady 2024, you look back and you realize, well, companies aren't doing as much hiring because people aren't leaving their jobs. It's kind of like homes. People aren't selling their homes right now. There's not as many homes on the market. Now, if you want to know why that is, you have to look back to spring 2021 through early 2023. That period of time is known as the Great Resignation. And the Great Resignation, people were leaving their jobs all the time. They were getting outrageous offers. Companies were hiring people just to have them leave 3 months later to get a better offer, an exorbitant offer. I experienced this in my own industry. I saw so many recruiters jumping, moving around and getting crazy salaries only to be laid off like 6, 12 months later when things slowed down. But that period of time was great for workers. But it was terrible for employers. It was stressful, it was costly, and they have not healed from the wounds of that period of time. So right now, companies are scarred. They don't want to lose good employees. They don't want to let good employees go. They're not looking to move on from people. A lot of them are just trying to stay where they are, hold firm, and not go through the same type of chaos they experienced for a few years. What didn't help was that 2024 was an election year. A lot of companies are really reticent to make moves, hire, and go forward with their plans when you're in an election cycle. And the reason is you don't know which way you're going to go. There could be radically different policy approaches, and that could impact hiring. It could impact growth. It could impact the economy in a pretty incredible way. So a lot of them, they want to wait. There was the saying out there, survive until 2025. So a lot of companies were pragmatic and they were reticent to increase their workforces and grow because they wanted to see how things played out. Other industries and other professions like architects, lawyers, accountants, they actually lost jobs in 2024. That type of thing hasn't happened since the Great Recession. We're talking like 15 years ago when I actually started my career in recruitment. So that type of thing happening is really unique. So you have this stability, but what you see is a shuffling where these incredibly resilient, typically, historically, industries like healthcare and government jobs, they're getting gains, but some of these other professional industries, they are continuing to contract. And that brings us to today. Unfortunately, the election has not made it so companies feel like, yeah, let's open the gates, let's continue hiring. There is a lot of things that are happening right now that are creating uncertainty. They're not creating stability. When you look, are there going to be tariffs? Are there not going to be tariffs? Are there going to be delays in tariffs? Are there going to become, industries that are exempt from tariffs? That type of uncertainty obviously has impacted the market significantly when you're talking about the stock market, but it's also really harming the job market because companies do not feel confident moving forward. They're still kind of holding on. And because of that, the job market is frozen. Now, this is obviously bad if you are someone who does not have a job and you are looking for a job. Yes, this is terrible news because you are trying to get a new job. This is also bad for people who do have jobs though, because typically one of the ways people increase their earning potential is by making job changes. Every 3 years, every 4 years, every 5 years, they're going to make a job change. But you're seeing a whole group of people who maybe would have, that job change happen, holding back, not trying to move. The jobs are not available. Employers are not looking to hire more people. They're not looking to expand, and everybody is just staying tight, and the job market is frozen. Now, if you want to do something about that and you want to get hired, you might not be able to rely on traditional job posting. You might need to find jobs that aren't posted. So I made this video here. It's about accessing the hidden job market through LinkedIn networking. And if you are looking for a job and you are not doing that, you are not doing it right. So please go watch this video so you can gain access to more jobs that you otherwise might not. I'll see you over there.